Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ultimate Fighting Championship 3, The American Dream, September 9th, 1994, Charlotte, North Carolina. No weight classes, no time limits, no modern safety net, and 8 fighters stepping into the octagon for $60,000 and the right to call themselves champion. This was supposed to be another Royce Gracie coronation, but by golly, UFC 3 does not follow the script. This is the night the tournament breaks. Look at this era, no polished modern broadcast machine, no clean divisional ladder, no carefully protected contenders. Just fighters from different worlds walking into one cage to find out whose style could survive the night. The Grady Cole Center is loud, the crowd is wired, and every man in this bracket knows one bad moment means the American dream turns into a nightmare. The bracket is loaded with danger. Royce Gracie is chasing another tournament win. Ken Shamrock is back with Lion's Den pressure. Keith Hackney has to stare across at a 600-pound sumo giant. Harold Howard is ready to swing for Canada. Kimo Leopoldo is waiting like a Hawaiian wrecking machine. Gate Styles, one prize, and no guarantee the favorites even make it to the end. First shock of the night, Keith Hackney against Emmanuel Yarbrough. Hackney is around 200 pounds. Yarbrough is a 600-pound mountain. On paper, that looks insane. But Hackney circles, fires, drops the giant through the fence, and pounds out the TKO at 1 minute and 59 seconds. The giant killer has arrived, and the crowd knows it. Just saw something ridiculous.
Has to move. Really good. He's got to cut off the ring. Yarbrough has to really cut the ring off. It's very difficult. He's such a big man.
Then Harold Howard storms into the cage against Roland Payne and wastes no time. 46 seconds. One clean punch, and Payne is done. No long chess match, no seminar, no pretty little technical debate. Just a Goju Ryu karate fighter swinging with bad intentions and a referee stepping in. Howard is loud, wild, and dangerous, and suddenly he is still alive in this bracket. Ken Shamrock is next against Christoph Wininger, and this is where the world's most dangerous man starts rolling. Leninger brings judo, but Shamrock brings that Lion's Den intensity. He stalks, gets on top, and finishes with strikes at 4 minutes and 49 seconds. Shamrock does not look like a man trying to survive UFC 3. He looks like a man ready to own it.
A long time here. They want to get this over as fast as they can. A lot of fights left tonight.
But now comes the fight everybody remembers. Royce Gracie versus Kimo Leopoldo. Kimo walks in looking like a movie villain, carrying that giant crucifix, all muscle and bad intentions. Royce is smaller, calm, and usually makes big men look lost. Not here. Kimo is strong enough to make every clinch ugly, every scramble expensive, and every second feel dangerous.
This is the longest fight. It passes Ichihara in total length.
They crash into the fence. Kimo is muscling, pulling, throwing, and making Royce pay for every inch. But Royce keeps working. He survives the storm, finds the arm, and locks the arm bar at 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Submission. The champion wins. But look at him after the fight. Exhausted, battered. That was not a clean Gracie showcase. That was a war. Now, the semifinals arrive, and the bracket starts coming apart. This is where UFC 3 turns from tournament into survival test. Winning a fight is not enough anymore. You have to win and still have enough body left to walk back into the cage. The favorites are hurt. The alternates are watching. The whole room can feel something strange starting to happen. Shamrock faces Felix Lee Mitchell and handles business like a killer. He gets the back, blocks the rear naked choke, Oko, and Mitchell taps at 4 minutes and 34 seconds. Shamrock is heading to the finals, and on paper, he should be the favorite. He has the aura, he has the skill, and he has the momentum. But UFC 3 is not done twisting the knife. Then the first bomb drops. Royce Gracie, the defending champion, The man everyone expected to keep marching is too beaten up from the chemo fight to continue. He withdraws. Harold Howard gets the walkover straight into the final. By golly, the crowd cannot believe it. The King survives his fight, but loses the tournament to damage and exhaustion. Then comes the biggest twist in early UFC history. Ken Shamrock, the man who just won his semi-final and looked like the favorite, is injured and exhausted too. He pulls out before the final. Just like that, the two biggest names are gone. Royce is gone. Shamrock is gone. The bracket has exploded, and the tournament needs an alternate. That alternate is Steve Jennum, an Omaha police officer and ninjutsu specialist who has been waiting all night for one chance. He did not fight through the bracket. He did not take the same damage. But when the door opens, he steps in. Now he is standing across from Harold Howard, and one fight can make him the UFC 3 champion. The bell rings. Jennum closes distance, lands the right hand, drops Howard, and starts hammering from the top. Howard's corner has seen enough, and the towel comes in at 1 minute and 27 seconds. Steve Jennum wins UFC 3 with one fight. Holy cow, what an upset. The alternate just became the champion.
Surprised he went that way. Good move.
Jennum's bleeding from that first punch.
Yeah, Bill, he hit him.
Replay that in slow motion. This is the American dream in its wildest form. A man who spent the night on standby walks into the final, catches his moment, and leaves with the check, the title, and the story nobody saw coming. It is bizarre. It is controversial. It is pure early UFC, where the chaos was part of the product. That is why UFC 3 still matters. It exposed the problem with the one-night tournament format. Winning a fight was not enough. You had to survive the damage, survive the fatigue, and survive the bracket itself. Royce beat chemo and still lost the night. Shamrock won twice and still could not reach the final. Jennum fought once and became champion. This event had everything that made early UFC impossible to ignore. A 600-pound sumo giant getting swarmed by a smaller striker. 46-second knockout. Shamrock looking like a machine. Royce surviving the hardest fight of his early run, and an alternate walking away with the whole thing. UFC 3 was not just the American dream. It was the night the dream turned sideways. Drop a comment who is your UFC 3 pick. Hackney, the giant killer. Royce surviving chemo. Shamrock before the injury. Or Steve Jennum, the one-fight champion. Smash like, subscribe, and hit the bell because we are bringing the greatest old-school UFC nights back to life every week. This has been your man Jesse, the Body, calling it straight from the heart. Boom. What a night.